The ABC News presidential debate starts right now. So let's now welcome the candidates to the stage. Vice President Kamala Harris and President Donald Trump.
Tax cut, tax deduction. Tax cut for billionaires and big corporations, deficit. Sales tax, tax cuts for billionaires.
Billions and billions of dollars, totally destroy billions of dollars very few people have ever seen before. This has been a disaster. Millions of people, insane asylums, Biden destroying our country, greatest economies in the history of our country.
A bunch of lies.
Nobody's ever seen anything like it.
Explode the deficit.
My plan is a brilliant plan, and it's like 4 sentences, like run, spot, run. China, hundreds of billions of dollars. Billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars, destroyed the economy.
Let's talk about this. Thank you, President Xi, exclamation point.
I was going to send her a MAGA hat, and it will be the end of our country. They're criminals, destroyed our country, execute the baby. And that's why I did that, because he is really out of it. Abortion in the 9th month is absolutely fine. Genius. Rape, incest, and I believe strongly in it. Ronald Reagan did also. Very important.
That is immoral. They don't want that.
What she says is an absolute lie, total catastrophe.
It's insulting to the women of America.
Another lie. It's another lie. I've been a leader on it. They know that, and everybody else knows it. I have been a leader on fertilization.
Come on.
Okay, would you do that?
Hannibal Lecter. Windmills cause cancer.
We have the biggest rallies, the most incredible rallies in the history of politics. Our country is being lost. We're a failing nation. They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets. This country doesn't have a chance of success.
There have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is the
people on television say my dog was taken and used for food. So,
you know, he is dangerous and unfit.
Thank you, because when I hear that, see, I'm a different kind of a person. I got more votes than any Republican in history by far. I got more votes than any president, sitting president in history by far. Many, many millions of criminals. Don't ever come back or we're going to kill you. They're destroying the fabric of our country by what they've done. There's never been anything done like this at all. They've destroyed the fabric of our country. Millions of people. Crime is down all over the world except here. Crime here is up and through the roof. Crime in this country is through the roof.
Overall, violent crime is actually coming down in this country.
It was a fraud, turned out to be a fraud.
National security crimes, economic crimes, election interference, sexual assault.
And I'm winning most of them, and I will win the rest on appeal. I'm winning most of them. They say, oh, he's a criminal. They're the ones that Joe Biden.
Terminate the Constitution of the United States.
I'm a threat to democracy. They're the threat. Russia, Russia, Russia.
$400 million on a silver platter and then filed bankruptcy 6 times?
Many, many billions of dollars. Many, many billions. So we don't have to talk about that. And everybody's laughing at it, okay? They're all laughing at it. Transgender operations on illegal aliens that are in prison. I got the oil business going like nobody has ever done before. It's a disgrace. And again, it wasn't done by me. It was done by others. Nancy Pelosi.
Violent mob. There were fine people on each side. Stand back and stand by.
Sean Hannity.
You lost by a whisker, that you, quote, didn't quite make it, that you came up a little bit short.
I said that? We lost by a whisker. That was said sarcastically. Our elections are bad.
I didn't detect the sarcasm. Lost by a whisker. We didn't quite make it.
A nation in decline. We have a nation that is dying, David.
Mr. President, thank you.
Donald Trump was fired by 81 million people. And clearly he is having a very difficult time processing that. World leaders are laughing at Donald Trump.
You need Trump back as president. China was afraid. China was afraid of him. North Korea was afraid of him. Russia was afraid of him. Donald Trump. We had no problems when Trump was president. You talk about a threat to democracy. And you know what? I'll give you a little secret. He hates her. He can't stand her. I know Putin very well. She hates Israel. She wanted to go to the sorority party. She hates Israel. She hates Israel. She hates the Arab population. The whole place is going to get blown up. Israel will be gone. Spheres of terror, and they are spheres of terror, horrible terror.
You are a disgrace.
And she's the one that caused it. And Biden, by the way,
President
gets paid
Trump,
a lot of money.
Thank you. We have a lot of issues to get to.
Our country has gone to hell. We're playing with World War III because we have to stop all of these human lives. Nobody ever thinks about that. Nobody likes to talk about it. She's worse than Biden. She is a horrible negotiator.
He negotiated directly with a terrorist organization called the Taliban, and the president at the time invited the Taliban to Camp David. This former president, as president, invited them to Camp David.
And I got involved with the Taliban. I don't care.
But those were your words, so I'm asking.
I don't know. I mean, all I can say is I read where she was not black.
He refused to rent property to black families, took out a full-page ad calling for their execution.
In the history of our country, there's never been anything like it. They're destroying our country. I built one of the greatest economies in the history of the world. The worst inflation we've ever had.
I have a plan. I have a plan, $6,000. I have a plan.
So just a yes or no, you still do not have a plan.
I have concepts of a plan.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
In many cases owned by China. This is a crooked administration, and they're selling our country down the tubes.
President Trump, thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back tonight. The time has come for closing statements, and Vice President Harris, we begin with you.
A new way forward. Having a plan, the hopes, the ambition, an opportunity economy. I believe in what we can do together, respecting our military, someone who cares about you and is not putting themselves first.
Vice President Harris, thank you. President Trump?
We're a failing nation. We don't have any idea what's going on. Russia, Third World War, and they're destroying our country in the history of our country.
President Trump, thank you. And that is our ABC News presidential debate from here in Philadelphia at the National Constitution Center. I'm Lindsay Davis.
And I'm David Muir. Thank you for watching here in the U.S. and all over the world, and from all of us here at ABC News. Good night.
They're eating the dogs. Run, Spot, run.